Right. Okay, that's a notification for 28th of May. But, yeah, to the person who followed on the 28th of May, thank you. I've got a really bad itch in my ear. I don't want to itch that on camera. It's really bugging me. Right, let's see. I've got some things that we can... I've got some lily pads I've got to finish. Rainbow. Ow. Thumb. I got it. Yes. Alright. We got 3 frogs. Lily pads. I think I'll do another one of those. Because I got to get the frogs finished. So we need this green, that pink. And I just move my camera a second. Yeah, right, we got our woolworking needles and our yarn there. I need number 2 crochet hook, scissors, and we need these eye buttons. Tuck those back in there. Look at that. Stand you guys there. No. That way. So you guys can see what's going on. That needs to... That's not going to go away. That's stuck up there, but I don't think you guys can see that. We've got a woolworking needle. Put that in there. This next thing that I need is really awkward to pick up. I can't actually get a grip on it. No. Come on. Stuck. Yeah. Sewing needle. Very awkward to work with. And... oh no! I got myself in a pickle there, guys. Bear with. Oh, yeah. Well, that fixes part of it. We have this little earring piece here, but we won't be needing that at the moment. And we're going to use this to make the mouth of the frog. And I don't think I'm going to need a little bobby pin, but we've got one if we need one. We've got thimbles, tape measure, just getting all my bits and bobs organised so I know where's what. Right. I've got this kind of like lime green yarn. It's kind of like a lemony lime yarn. A box of stuff here as well. We've got this really cute like packet of like baggy things. That's part of the bear that I was crocheting for fun. Need to finish that. We've got tissue paper, we've got this, don't know what that's for, got some wire and stuff, which I don't think we will need that at the moment, but we might come to need it for future crafts and stuff. This kind of like a apple green. Yeah, apple, lime. We've got this kind of dark green as well. There's a lot of this in. We will work with it. And we've got black yarn for fine details and things. It's in quite poor shape, unfortunately. It's well used though. You get quite a bit of use out of this. There we go. That kind of tidies that up a little bit. Little bit. It's not going to be perfect. It's a mess. Right. We've got kind of like a pine green. We've got an apple green, lime green, and also have a mint green as well. My camera doesn't want to stay upright. I'm going to put those ones aside for now. So we're going to use the lime green. It's kind of like very pale pink. And have my little eye buttons here. And then we have another selection of eye buttons with these little, like, I don't know what they're called, but you press them onto the back of the safety eye so it doesn't come out. And we have a cool little squirrel. It's fun. Came in the post this morning, so this is super fun. I would have opened it on stream, but I got quite excited. So yeah, we had a little squirrel. So he's just gonna chill over there. He's getting over there. You alright, Mum? Mum found something. Oh, did you find a bunch of stuff that'd fallen under the bed? Hello to... You found a load of socks! Hey, at least you found it. Hello to everyone just joining stream. Appreciate you being here. Right. Magic rings. These things are a pain in the ass. I hate doing magic rings. I always get myself in a tangle. Right. Got that. That's how we start this. It's tricky. But, yeah. This really cool little squirtle. A little hair tag. He's cool. He's just gonna chill. Before I get started on the chaos of this, let me just show you guys some of the things that we've crafted. Be careful with this because this is an order for a friend. So these super cool little rainbow earrings, which were super fun to make. I had to be very careful with that because they're quite delicate. I'm just gonna carefully slide that back in the bag. And then, so we got some rainbow earrings. We have this really fun little, I wouldn't say little, it's quite big, but we have rainbow crocheted pin badge. I've got some unfinished coasters. So we've got kind of like a forest green, apple green, lime green, mint green, and another forest green. And then have some coasters with little frogs on. It's quite cool. And I had to stitch the frogs onto the coasters, but you can't see where they've been stitched, which is good. Oh no, did you barricade yourself in your room? And then we have this one. So in this one we've got like a lemon or lime with like an apple green. And then this one we've kind of done that reversed. And then this one's a bit fancy. We've got a mint green with a apple green, and the lily pad has a little rim around it. That was fun to do. And then I think the next coaster I'll finish will be this like forest green one. I used a double crochet stitch to make this, but for the frogs I'm gonna do single crochet. But if I just show you in comparison, so this is what the front of the lily pad would look like, and then you can see the back, in comparison the pattern's slightly different. So if I just, kind of works. I don't know which side of the lily pad to sit this frog though. We'll make the frog first and then we'll have a little bit of a play around with it. Right. Gonna put these 4 coasters just to one side for now. And I'll put the little rainbow pin to one side as well. And we have the rainbow earrings as well. They can all go into my little storage box. I'm gonna sit this little frog. You guys can't see it, but it's sat there. Hey! Thanks for joining the stream. So yeah, we got some handmade crochet coasters with little frogs on. I've got to finish a few more of those today. So I'm just going to put the ones that are done in the box. Oh, I'm going to fall off the bed. I don't want to do that. That's not fun. So I've got a couple of coasters I need to finish and some that are already done. But yeah, we got rainbow pins. I've only made one of these because this is like practice, because I needed to learn how to do the rainbows because I had no idea what I was doing. But we got those done. And then we have the little rainbow earrings. I'll take one out of the bag just so you guys can have... Oh no, whoopsie. I accidentally stabbed the bag with the earring. But I'll take one out of the bag just so you guys can get a better look at them. So yeah, that's coming together. I gotta keep those. I don't want to keep taking them in and out of the bag too much because I don't want to damage those. Because they are off to the shop tomorrow and they will be getting collected on Wednesday. So yeah, got the little rainbow earrings. They're going to stay in the bag for now until they are collected. And we have some coasters to finish. This might take me a while. Oof, pardon me. Right. Let's get these frogs done. I'm going to use this lime green for this frog. I'm starting with a magic green because that's the only way I know how to do the frogs. They're quite awkward. So you kind of just loop the wool, and then I'm gonna rest the loop on my middle finger and pinch that between my middle finger and my thumb so that the loop doesn't come undone and I can easily access the part that I need. I'm using a 2mm crochet hook. Look how tiny that is. It's teeny. You guys can't see. Can you see? Oh yeah, it's tiny. It's really awkward to work with as well. Right, and then I've got to pull that through here. I forgot to mention that I need my working yarn over index finger. Kinda, the start off on this is honestly the most awkward part. And then I'm gonna do 6 single crochet into the magic ring there. So that's the first single crochet. So it's literally in through the loop, wrap and pull through, and then you wrap and pull through the 2. So now I've got 2 single crochets, 62. I got 4 more to do. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, no, that's doubles. We don't want doubles, we want singles. 4. Now, if I've done this correctly, I should have 6 single crochets in this ring. I'm just going to count that. And the easiest way to check is, I don't know whether you guys can see very clearly, but this top bit where the stitches are, each V is 1 stitch. So I should have 6 of those if I've done this correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then the reason why this is called a magic ring is because of this little nifty trick. So if I move my working wool out the way, I'm going to pull on this tail. You see how that ring shrinks when you pull on it? And then it becomes a circle, which is quite fun. And then I'm going to only use single crochets for this, except for when I do the bubble stitch. Bubble stitch is complex, and I don't like doing the bubble stitch. It's only complex because for a bubble stitch you have to do 4 to 6 double crochets in the same space, but we'll get to that when we get to it. For now, I need to increase every stitch, and to do an increase I need to do 2 single crochets into the same space. But I need to know where the end of each row is, so I've got this little stitch marker here, and I'm gonna, this is really awkward to show you guys because it's like a really small work space to work with, but I'm just gonna put that through the loop that's on my hook. And now I'm gonna do 2 single crochets into each space. Give me a minute to find the first stitch. I'm gonna go, oh, no, it's quite fiddly actually to work with. I'm gonna go through this first space here. Ooh. So this space right there is the one I'm trying to go through. That's really awkward. So I'm just gonna gently, there we go. We got it through the awkward gap. I've got to wrap my yarn and pull that back through. And wrap and pull through 2. Thread. So that's the first single crochet of that row done. And then to do an increase, I need to go back through the same space that I went through, pull another loop through, wrap and go through both of those. So that's my first increase done, and I've got to do that all the way around until I get back up to where my stitch marker is. So this is going to take a minute. I'm going to go in through the stitch next to the one that I just went through, which is a bit tricky. Yeah, but it's in the rabbit shed. Do you want me to go and grab it? It's quite tricky. Alright, there we go. So I've got 2 increases done, and I've got to go all the way back round. So we started here where the stitch marker is. We've got to come around this way and go all the way back round. 6, if we increase every stitch we should have 12, so 2, 4. After this increase we should have done 6 stitches. 5, 6. It's really awkward because it's such a small space to work with. So now we've got 6. I'm going to do an increase in this stitch here, and then we should have 8. So this is 7. Back in through the same, wrap and back through. That makes 8. And then into the one next door, wrap, pull through, that's 9. Into the same, wrap, pull through, wrap through 2. That's 10, and this will be the last increase on this row. Okay, this next row is where things are going to start to get really tricky. So I'm going to disconnect my stitch marker, and I'm going to put it through the loop on my hook again, so I know when I get to the end of the row. Right, now to start the next row, I'm going to do 1 single crochet into the next stitch, so that then starts the new row. I'm then going to do an increase. So increase, I've got to do 2 single crochets into the same space. I'm then going to do a single crochet, and now I'm going to do a bobble stitch. So to do that we've got to use double crochets, and I'm going to make 4 of them into this stitch here. So I should have 5 stitches on my hook. So to do a double crochet, you wrap then you go into your stitch, then you wrap, and then you pull through 2. And then you would, if we were doing normal double crochet, you would wrap and pull through 2 again. But because we're doing a bubble stitch, we're going to wrap and go back through the hole that I just went through. And then wrap and take off 2. So now I have 3 stitches on my hook. I need 6 stitches on my hook, so I'm just going to do that until I get 6 stitches on my hook. Tourette's has been quite vocal today. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 2 more to do, so wrap back through the same, wrap and back through. This is where it gets quite difficult because you've got to make sure you don't accidentally take off the wrong one. Wrap, pull through 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I'm going to do 1 more double crochet. This can be very fiddly and very awkward because it's lots of stitches in one space. And I'm literally just taking off the first 2. Right, so now we've got something that's looking a little bit like this. And then to finish my bubble stitch, I'm just going to wrap the wool over my hook, and I'm going to pull that through all of the stitches on the hook. And then, in the stitch here, next to the one we were just going into, I'm going to do an increase. So I might need to adjust my work slightly so that I can get into the space. And I'm going to use my fingernail to push that bubble stitch in the direction where I want it to go, because I want that the bubble stitch that I just did is going to be where our eye sits, and I want that to like really pop out. So I need to make sure that I push it into the shape that I want it to sit. And then to finish the increase, I need to do another single crochet into that same stitch. There we go. So this is going to be a little awkward. That's the first bubble stitch, and this is where the eye of our frog will be. Let me just grab one of the frog that I have already made. So this is the finished frog coaster, and this is what we kind of want it to look like when we're finished. You can see where the eyes are. That's the bit that we're doing now, the bubble stitch, so that we can put the eyes in. So if I just show you, this bit will be the top of the head. This will be one of the eyes. And then the other eye will be somewhere on this side here. It's tricky. It is tricky, but I've had lots of practice. Lots and lots of practice. and then we have a lovely, when it's finished, we'll have a lovely little lily pad coaster with a really cute frog decoration. I've made quite a few variations of these, so we have like a lime green with an apple green frog. We have an apple green lily pad with a lime green frog. Yeah, nails don't make it much easier, but they're fun. They're a really fun colour and I love them. And then I've got this mint green lily pad coaster with an apple green frog, but this coaster has a little bit of like a decorative rim around it just to give it like a little pinch of detail so that the lily pad really stands out. And then we have a little cluster of little frog lily pad coasters. Which are quite tricky. And then I have another 4 coasters here which aren't finished. But the frog that we are making will be sitting on this like forest green coloured lily pad. I'm excited to see how that turns out. Alright, so we've got our first eye crocheted. We've done a single crochet, increase, single crochet, increase, single crochet, bubble stitch, increase. I'm going to do a single crochet and then another increase and then a single crochet. So single crochet, and then for the increase I just got to do 2 single crochets into the same space. It's 1. Oh, my snap's going crazy, excuse the noise. And that's 2. That's an increase done. And then I'm going to do a single crochet in this stitch. And then I'm going to do a bubble stitch in this one so that we can get the other eye. It's tricky, but we'll get the hang of it. So wrap in through next door, wrap and pull through, and then I'm going to wrap and pull through 2. I've got to do that 4 more times, I think. So it's 2, this is 1, no, this is 2. See, you'll find when doing this that it is very, very easy to confuse yourself. Very easy to confuse yourself. And because of the bubble stitch, I'm only taking off 2 at a time. It's quite fiddly. One, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 2 more double crochets to do in the same space. I think the reason why it's so tricky is because it's a small surface area and there's not a lot of material to hold on to, and we're working with quite a small tool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, last double crochet. The good thing is with wool though, is if you have a relaxed tension, you can kind of pull the yarn to where you need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Now that we've got our double crochets in for our bobble stitch, I'm going to wrap my yarn over and pull through all of the loops on my hook. This can be a bit tricky, and it's easy to drop stitches when doing that. And then I'm just going to pull my bobble stitch to one side so that I can see the stitch next to it. And I'm going to finish that with an increase. And I need to remember, for an increase we're just doing 2 single crochets into the same space. And then I'm just going to use my nail to push on that bobble stitch and flip it out the right way. This can be especially fiddly. Kind of just squish and pull it around a little bit. But if that's too difficult, I like to use the end of my crochet needle and just kind of use that to help push them into shape. Ah, bugger. My nonna used to make swan coasters very similar to them. I've never attempted to make a swan. That's got to be very difficult. Hello to I'm really sorry I cannot pronounce your username, but thank you everyone for being on stream with me today. Right, got myself in a right pickle. I think Mum's hoovering. Right, so I'm almost at the end of my row. I've just done an increase, so I'm going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then I'm going to finish this row with an increase. So increase is simple, we're just doing 2 single crochets into the same space. Okay. These aren't shaped too perfectly, but we'll work with them. So now we've got our little eyes. Sometimes if I'm not happy with the shape, I'll take like a tool or something and just use that to help push the eyes into the shape that I want them to sit, which can be quite awkward. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Ah, okay. Thanks, Kurito. I don't really understand how the whole bot things work on Twitch. I need to... Sorry, hand covering the camera. Right. Finished that row. Okay. Right, so now we can see we have the top of our head and you can see where the eyes will sit. Okay. That would make sense, yeah. I'm not clicking on any links that are sent in the chat unless I know it's a safe link, or unless I know the person that sent it. Right, so we got a little frog head here. It's going to be a little bit difficult to work with the stitches here and here where we've done our eyes. So I like to do a row of single crochet and do an increase in the stitches where the eyes are. So I'm just going to do one single crochet into each space until I get to the stitches where the eyes are. Because we're working with some quite small materials, it's quite difficult to see where to put the hook through, and I haven't got my glasses on, so that probably doesn't help. But I can do it. Right. This bit can be especially tricky because where the eye is, so I like to use my thumb to just pull the eye socket back out of the way so that I can see where the stitch is, so I know where I need to go through. And then I'm going to do 2 single crochets in through here. This just makes it a little bit clearer and a bit easier to get through the stitches. And I'm going to do another increase on the stitch this side of the eye, just because I know that one can also be particularly difficult to get through. I've got really bad itch. Really annoying itch. I hate it when I get itchy under my chin. Right. Okay. And then I'm just going to do 1 single crochet into each space again until I get round to where the other eye is. So this, where the stitch marker is here, that's going to be the back of the frog. So we don't need to worry too much about that, as long as it's kept tidy. Right, same again with this side. I'm going to use my thumb just to pull that eye socket back so that I can get through the stitch without crocheting through the eye. And again, like I did on the other side, I'm going to increase both of the stitches here as well. And then to finish the row, I'm just going to do 1 single crochet in each space until I get back to where my stitch marker is. there we go. That's the top head part of our frog done. Now we can add our eye buttons. So, my nose is really itchy today. It's really bad. Oh yeah, I got my nose pierced on Saturday. So I'm still kind of adjusting to that being there. Alright, we're gonna use, I had some little teeny ones. Little teensy ones. Yeah, you'll do. We're going to use these little tiny black eye buttons. So I'm just going to put them in there so I can see what I'm doing. And that was difficult to open. We're going to take 2 of these little like silicone washer things, and we're going to use those to make sure that the eye buttons don't come out. How long have you been doing crochet for? So my nanny Kim taught me how to knit and crochet when I was 8, but at the time I was kind of more drawn towards the knitting. I couldn't quite get my head around the whole crochet side of things. I just didn't quite understand the techniques and things. But I've been doing crochet at a more skilled level now for I'd say like a couple of years now. Like, I've known how to do it since I was 8, but it's only like within the last 2-3 years that I've been doing it on like a more skilled level where I'm able to like actually crochet things out of them and like make things out of it. Before it was more kind of just, oh, I'm bored, I'll just crochet, tangle some wool up sort of thing. But I've got a better hang of it now. I can, this is a blanket that I crocheted for my nephew a while ago. This took me like a year to do, pretty much. And all it is, well, not a year. I'd say it took me like, there's basically 4 squares here that have been crocheted together, and like each of those crochet squares took me like a month to do, and then it took me like another 8 months to attach them all and do the little detailed rim around this bit. So yeah, I'd say total this took me about just over a year to crochet a blanket for my nephew. So yeah, I've been doing crochet for quite a while, but it's only recently that I'm able to do it to the skill and the level that I am able to crochet at now. And it's taken a long time to get to that point where I can crochet more skilled things. A lot of crochet techniques my nan taught me from quite an early age, and then one of my neighbours who also does a lot of crochet helped me to better understand more of the basic techniques and different things that my nan hadn't quite managed to teach me yet. And then from what I've learnt from my neighbour Leslie and my nan, I've kind of allowed myself to grow from, so I started watching like different tutorials on YouTube and kind of learning how to craft different things and kind of playing around with it sort of thing. And I'm gradually getting better at it. So the bubble stitches we did earlier, here and here, that's where we're going to put our eyes. So I've got one of these little buttons. You look very fluid with your movements, and you're very good at explaining yourself. Thank you. I guess practice. So now I'm gonna take this little button pin thing and we're gonna shove it carefully into here. This is gonna be quite awkward to show you guys because it's quite small. So I'm just gonna use my finger and pull the eye socket back so I can see where to push the button through. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a wiggle, and once I've wiggled it, we just push. And then we have one of our eyes. And then to make sure that doesn't fall out, I'm going to take one of these little silicone washer things and I'm going to push it onto the, I don't know how well you can see it, but this little back of the eye here. We're going to push that so the flat part of the silicone washer sits against the fabric so that the eye doesn't fall out. And the best way to do that is just to pinch it and push. You gotta really push. And then you can kind of fiddle around with it and wiggle and pull it about a little bit so that the eye sits in the shape that you want it to do. And then I just need to repeat that on the same side. Quite awkward. Right. So again, I'm just going to pull back, find my space. I think I pulled that back too far. Yeah, we're going to find a space and wiggle, wiggle and push. And we just go ahead and push that back in through the yarn. And then, just like we did on the other side, take the washer and push it on. It should make like a little pop click sound. And then now that we've done that, we're just gonna give it a little tug and a little wiggle and push it so that it's sitting the way that we want it to sit. And then you got your frog's head and your little eyes. Look how cute that looks. Very cute. I'm very proud of that. And then you might have to tug on the wool a little bit and give it a little bit of a wiggly jiggle. But that's the head part done. Kind of. I'm not going to worry too much about this little taily bit because that will be hidden inside of the frog, so you won't see it when we're finished. I know. It's too cute. It's much too cute. So yeah. I'm going to take a little break for a second just so I can grab some water. Water? I don't know. I'm grabbing some water. I'll be back in a second. because I need to hydrate. Found it. Right. Water. Oh, bugger. Drop my crochet hook, but... Very important to stay hydrated. Especially, like, the weather here at the minute is very warm. Very warm. Ooh, Haribo snakes. I didn't realise I popped the packet open. How do you get hold of one? Alright. We got some Haribos. Gotta love some Haribos. Wait, what flavour did we get? Okay, so the blue snake is blueberry and the red snake's blackcurrant. I would have thought the red snake would have been cherry. Yeah.
You're on any important calls?
Twitch stream, nothing important. Why?
Your mum will go outside. Flag. Can you keep it out of bed?
Yeah, I can go watch Bird.
Okay. Jenna said that she can go watch Bird.
I'll go watch Bird. Let me eat this first. This is really good. Alright. So for the minute, we have our little frog's head. I'm gonna have to end stream here temporarily because I need to go babysit a bird. But I will try and come back on very soon and we will continue where we left off. In case anybody missed this Twitch stream, I will also put it up on my YouTube channel, so if you missed it, go check out my YouTube. It will be in my bio on my Instagram and my Twitch. Thank you everybody for joining me for some fun crochet chaos, and I will see you all next time, and we'll try and finish the frog next stream. Bye guys!